interesting side event. Actually, we are really excited to be here at the ICFP International Conference, and we can present a little bit of our work and share it with you. Who are we? We are Rutgers, WBF from Indonesia, and we work together with other partners such as PKBI Jawa Timur or East Java, PKBI Lampung, Puli, and Rifka Alisa. And we work in the MenCare Program, or with the MenCare Program. We implement the MenCare Program, which is also implemented in Rwanda, South Africa, and Brazil with other partners. And we have been implementing this program since 2013, and we are really excited to share with you today some of the work we do related to family planning. Of course, the MenCare program is much wider than only family planning or interventions related to family planning. But today we will share some case study on achieving gender equality through engaging men in family planning, and some stories of impact which will be presented. We did impact or case study in Lampung, and the other partners will also present what they have done, some of their best practices in their regions. Actually, this morning I think it was this morning, I was in the Indonesia plenary session in the big hall, and it was again mentioned there that long-term methods in family planning in Indonesia are seriously lacking behind. So some interventions must be done to increase this, because it's very important to have more long-term methods, as the method mix request us. In Indonesia, the male contraception program is considered unsuccessful. Until today, it's only 4.6% of men participate in contraception use in Indonesia, which is very low. And why it is very low, we will tell you later on, but mostly because we have, and this is not only the case in Indonesia, but also in some other countries, patriarchal cultural paradigm, which makes it very, very difficult to engage men in family planning. There is a mindset, an idea that family planning is a thing for women, for the only, and men do not engage in this. And on the other side, there is a lot of reluctance, because there is lack of knowledge of men on what is actually male contraception and what men can do. There are a lot of myths also about men using contraceptives or contraceptive methods, and we will also explain that at length in this case study. So engaging men is, according to us, crucial and strategic for improving SRHR in all countries. So what we do is we have a lot of discussions with men in fatherhood groups to promote healthy relationships and to promote equal relationships. So men do take part in the contraception and the discussions in the family on this. So we are really proud to present these case studies of 4 provinces in Indonesia, in Yogyakarta, Lampung, East Java, and Jakarta. Well, I think that's it on my side. I will give it back to the moderator, Chika, who is the program manager for MenCare from Rutgers WPF in Indonesia.
Hey everyone. So just a brief introduction to our panelists today. Dr. Sindhu Haryanto, he's finished his PhD in 2012 from Atlanta University. Dr. Sindhu has published several articles on the journals on the research of humanities and social science for men engagement in reproductive health prevention on GBV, and also published several books on sociology economy. Dr. Sindhu will present the result of the research on engaging and promoting men's participation in contraceptives, factor associated with successful promotion of male contraceptions. And other panels is Nirmala Ika Kusumaningru. She's a psychologist from Puri Foundations, and she is also a counselor at the Puri Foundation. Nirmala Ika will present about the holistic approach on, about the engaging men through healthcare providers. And next to Nirmala Ika, there's Suharti. She's the director of Rifka Anissa Women's Crisis Center. She also has published several of journal and articles that related to integrated services system for GBT in Gunung Kidul district. She will present a holistic approach on male involvement in family planning. And the last is Sindung Haryanto, excuse me, Octo Reno. He is the director of IPPF in East Java. He will present the male participations to access male contraceptives in East Java. So for the first presenters, the time is yours, Bapak Sindhu.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. This study was conducted in two regions, where MenCare Program implemented Lampung Province and special region of Yogyakarta. Studies of male contraception and adoption of male contraception associated with the aspect of generalization. They conducted. In addition, there is a depth of research based on success study to obtain lesson learned and best practice in area of successful in family planning program. This is background. Chilean family planning program region after ICTD Cairo didn't have noticeable effect on increasing participation in using contraception in Indonesia. The level of male participation in family planning program in Indonesia remains low. The law of participation of Indonesian men in the use of contraceptive was influenced by several factors, such as knowledge, male attitude toward family planning, and socio-cultural condition of community. This condition was with this condition was ironic given the global trend family planning program that led to the fulfillment of reproductive right and gender equality. The purpose of the present study was to explore male narrative and on male contraceptive as well as perception of the risk and benefit. To identify conditions and factors affecting contraceptive decision making among men. To determine the negotiation process and the description of generalization with regard to male contraceptive decision making, and to identify policy, approach, and effort used to increase usage of male contraceptive. Total of 30 informants were interviewed, and in that information, there consists of 7 condom users, 60 vasectomy recipients, 5 sexual active unmarried men, and 2 married men who didn't use contraceptive. This is a result of study. Result of the in-depth interview and focus group discussion so that men had highly positive view toward contraceptive. This view was particularly reflected by the statement of the majority informant who received a vasectomy and used condom. Men who received a vasectomy had view quite different from the general stereotype men in communities who consider contraception as woman's affair. Men who received a vasectomy generally had that contraception was responsibility of both the husband and wife. Moreover, several men had high empathy toward their wife when they should use contraceptive and side effect occur. Contraceptive use for these men was a reflection of their love of their wife. More meaningfully, vasectomist men will not only position themselves as partner, but also as a agent of positive change. Men's self-assurance to undergo a vasectomy generally grew stronger after undergoing the method. In generally, vasectomy is contraceptive method that does produce side effect. On contrary, it even increases men vitality. The surrounding communities remain viewing vasectomies men as bizarre. These views stem fairly from religious understanding that stem contraceptives, vasectomies kill offspring. The condition and supplementary factor. In general, growing patriarchal culture among communities constitute a cultural barrier. It's one general negative view on contraceptive. Some in general used it, among others, that contraception is woman affair and vasectomy is attempt to castrate men, and so on. Interview with a number of informants in Lampung and Kulon Progo shown that such stereotypical view remain in existence. The informant use contraceptive had an attitude of ignoring the local community's views that tend to be negative on male contraceptive. Thus, men who use contraceptive have personality types and conditions contrary to those of men in general. The present study identified sick condition and factor affecting contraceptive use among men. Perceived gender equality in the present study constitute a key factor affecting contraceptive use among men. All the informant who use contraceptive have a similar view of gender equality. This could be seen from their attitude. For example, domestic labor division pattern. In general, domestic core will divide flexibility among the husband and wife and children who were able to help. Additionally, family strategic decision were generally made jointly by the husband and wife by promoting the principle of consensus. Result of in-depth interview with informant who use contraceptives show generation were varied among households, despite the similar pattern of view and practice of accurate generation. This condition is in contrast to the general picture of patriarchal culture that display the face of male domination. The families with the husband using either condom and vasectomy show the pattern of joint family strategic decision making, in which each side have the same relative position. Less significant decision concerning daily needs, such as menu, were generally made by the wife. This related to the pattern of finance management, generally
health sector. Since one health sector is quite potential agent of change because they are the one person who directly contacts with men or women to talk about the reproductive health. So we try to develop and we try to. Okay. Okay. This is the continuum of approaches. Now we need gender transformative approach. Why we choose the gender transformative approach? Because the gender transformative is in this approach we share control and resource and decision making, and women empowerment are as in the center of intervention. So we just not intervene to the women, but also the system, the society, and the community. Okay. Okay. Engaging men in family planning program is not about increased number of condom user or vasectomy user, but it's also making men responsible and take appropriate and responsible action in making family and social setting more gender equitable and health for all. So basically, we try to combine this program. Okay. Basically, we try to combine all of different approach in different levels to campaign in individual level. We do a campaign, and also to upstream marketing, we try to cooperate with like a magazine, like a radio to promote the main engagement, and also we try to work together with a healthcare provider so they can become the agent of change. Okay, before I talk about the objective in training healthcare provider, there is some bias in provider against men. Most people think that reproductive healthcare facilities should be for women only, because women is traditionally been responsible for family planning. And then sometimes they think that the represent of men in healthcare facility makes female client feel uncomfortable. And also men are not interested in reproductive health services, including family planning. And then men will not want to receive health care from female services provider. There is a bias. So that's why we try to develop module with the objectives is to increase awareness, to increase understanding, to increase skill, and also to increase the ability of healthcare provider to integrate men engagement in their health program. Okay. The activity we did is the first time we develop module and guideline development, and then try out this module through our MenCare partner, and then we socializing module. We to obtain input from experts, both from healthcare community based, such as doctor, gender issue, and the empowerment of men, and also from user themselves, such as midwife and doctor from healthcare in Jakarta. So after we socialize, we also facilitating TOP in Jakarta, collaboration with Indonesia and Netherlands. This training is conducted with the some of the partners. Okay. The model itself consists with several issues. First we talk about understanding man and woman itself. Then we talk about sexuality and health. And then we talk also about violence against women and child. And also we talk about communication skill for health provider. Why we input communication? Because sometimes the healthcare provider
now really understand what violence against women, very as a gender issue, but they have difficulty to engage with the clients. They don't know how to talk to the client to promote the gender engagement. So we put the communication skill in the module. Okay. Okay, this is the size. So the use of the module is basically to develop building gender perspective and the framework of the men involvement in health sector. This module was developed together with guideline services based on standard service and primary health care. So we tried to adopt the standard service in primary health care. So this gender involvement not only became a knowledge in the doctor or the midwife, but also in the system. Okay, sorry. Okay. This is the result of the training. We conduct the training in collaboration with Dinkes Jakarta. So we conduct the training for 10 primary health care in Jakarta in 5 areas. And then we also do a media campaign. We make a poster and also banner. The concept is this banner we will put in front of the primary gate in the front gates, so everyone, especially men who come to the primary healthcare, know that this primary healthcare has the services for men and for the family, not just for women or them. Okay, we also developed a booklet for family. So this booklet will give to every woman or every man who come to the primary health care. Okay. The challenges is to increase the involvement of more male counselor and male healthcare provider, because usually the one who are interested to join this activity is always women. So we try to involve more male counselor, and then also to building to establish cooperation with partner institutions that are integrated into the program, so that these institutions such as those carry out the university government healthcare. So this is not only, like I said, because it's not only in one knowledge or in one perspective, but in the institution perspective. So from that, I say from when we first time come to the primary health center, from the registration until the doctor is at the same framework about men engagement. And also, of course, advocacy to the government about men involvement in health sector. So the conclusion is, it will be very good if every institution can be introducing male involvement in the service provided. It is important to find a key person of men who can be there and the power and have the power to make the change and make the institution adopt the program. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, for the foundation. So basically, we're working to motivate health providers to provide male-friendly services, including for the family planning, how to engage more active in family planning. The next presenter is from Rifka Anissa, a women's crisis center based in Yogyakarta. Rifka will give another perspective on how to engage stakeholders, mostly in advocacy works, to give a holistic approach on male involvement in family planning. Mbak Suharti Muklas, the time is yours.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Hati from Rifka Anissa. I would share a brief experiences working with the MenCare Plus program. As a MenCare Plus partner, Rifka Anissa implement similar intervention with the other organization. We have 4 key interventions such as conduct community campaign, and then conduct fathers, mothers, and also youth class. And we also conduct an advocacy, and we working with health sector in 2 districts in Gunung Kidul and also in Kulon Progo in Yogyakarta. In each district, we work in 2 sub-district level. And in terms of advocacy, we try to find the best strategy in the community in order to engage all stakeholders within sub-district level. So that we call as a holistic approach. We start working with the stakeholder in sub-district level with analyzing the problem that faced by the communities. So we find some social problem in the community such as gender-based violence, and then maternal mortality, child marriage, family planning issues that are related to baby boom in the communities, and also the drug use. That each social problem have connected each other and have cross-cutting issue each other. In order to try solving the problem in this community, we try working with all stakeholders by signing an MOU within all stakeholders in the community, such as a headman and then health sector, puskesmas in this community, school, and religious leader, which is KUA, religious office affair in the community, and leader in the women leader in the community, which is PKK, and several stakeholders in this community. Each stakeholder have their own responsibility to find the best strategy to solve the problem that we visit in the community. This is the stakeholder that signing an MOU in sub-district level. We signing for MOU in the 4 sub-district level in Gunung Kidul. They have own responsibility that signing in this MOU. Yes. And in terms of family planning, Rifka Anissa worked closely with the family planning officer that in Bahasa called petugas lapangan KB, and also with the midwife, religious leader of KUA, school head, and also headman. The activities that carried out in the community is such as premarital course in the religious office in the community. In the premarital course, we do campaign and also raise awareness relating to the family planning, gender-based violence, and also relating to each sexual reproductive health and right. And in the school, we also conduct like socialization among the students related to family planning and also gender-based violence. And in the Rifka Anissa have a specific role to raise an awareness relating to the gender perspective and also redefinition of masculinity. Since in the patriarchal culture, family planning is always a responsibility of a woman. So previously, as almost activities in promoting family planning will always targeting women without raise awareness of gender perspective. That before said by Pak Sindung, it's also related to the power relation and also the masculinity issue. In MenCare Plus, we start to work with the gender awareness rising, before we start the talk about the family planning from the medical perspective. And Rifka Anissa have a responsibility in order to raise awareness and to discuss about the masculinity issues. This is our picture when we discuss with the younger people in the community. This is a kind of activity that we conduct. Yeah. And I want to also highlight that when we working together with the stakeholder, we also setting a budget within the stakeholder. Like when we conduct a premarital course with the KUA, KUA will also set the budget, and we and the other stakeholder like school also set a budget for conduct this activity. And based on our experience working with stakeholder in order to promote family planning, particularly in engaging men in family planning, there are some lessons learned that as a factor of as a successful factor to engaging men in family planning in the communities. One is commitment among stakeholders. We need strong leadership in the community in order to lead the networking within the stakeholder in the community. And second, how we can share a budget among stakeholders, and this is also have big challenges since some partner, some stakeholder, maybe they doesn't have a specific budget from these issues, but we try to find the best way to allocate the budget for this activity. And that is coordination and monitoring and evaluation regularly. We conduct 3-month monitoring activity to measure how our indicator or how our goal achieve or not, what is the challenges, what is the lesson learned, and also the other one is how we can involve all stakeholders within the sub-district level. Yeah, and actually I have one testimony from a man after participating in the father class. He said that after participating in the father class, I can communicate easier with my wife when deciding contraception that we will use. And also I try to start using a condom after he participated in the 10 session discussion that we conduct in the community.
Big applause for Rifka. Rifka just emphasize how important working for the community awareness by educating community about issue gender-based violence and family planning, but also how to engage the local government to give more attention that it is important involving more men, and especially one of the successful stories that Rifka Anissa has an MOU from the local government at Gunung Kidul to allocate budgets. So it doesn't depend on the donors or other fundings, but also from the local resources. For the next presenter, Octoredo from IPPF East Java will present more into engaging religious leaders at the community level in Jombang and Bondowoso. So, the time is yours.
Thank you, Mbak Cita. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you about how activities in MenCare Plus in East Java, especially in Bondowoso and Jombang district. This is not so far away from Surabaya, the capital of Surabaya, the capital of East Java. Sorry, the slide is. I will tell you about the actor and the activities. We know in Indonesia, usually if we think about the posyandu or community health sector, our community health activities, that the health center usually full of the women. But in Jombang, it initiated that the health center in community is full of, and I think not full, but some men join about to the health center in Jombang. We call a posyandu ayah because the posyandu ayah established or set up in the Saturday or Sunday. It's voluntary activity. We promote father who cares movement to promoting male contraceptive. We give information in the father community health center desk. Another side, we involve father to father community health center. It's done in Jombang, usually on Saturday or Sunday. So the father can accompany his children to access health center, or we call posyandu in Indonesia. And the second, we get a collaboration with religious leader. We are promoting well information on contraceptive through Friday speech. In Muslim culture or in Muslim, when a Friday a man have to go to the mosque, and the religious leader will be speaks into the communities, and there is a meal gathering in the sub-district communities, so they can tell to the communities that the male contraceptive is open and is not haram or is allowed. We met workshop with the religious leader that came and giving any information about family planning and contraceptive that related to the Muslim context, especially justified with Quran. And the third, we done MenCare communities like a father, mother, boys and girls community. The activities are regular meeting in community and give information, communication and education in community to promote contraceptive. And fourth, we train family planning cadre in 3KPN on in 3KPN we call PLKB, the cadre in the sub district. We train them, and this activity are the community training to promote male contraceptive. Next slide. This is our output, information, education, and communication material distributed to the community, especially to the men who choose male contraceptive. It can be done with mouth-to-mouth or sharing by the radio or the social media like SMS or the radio. And the community activities like social media, because the Jombang and Bondowoso is very difficult to get a signal. So although this is a small impact, but it is very useful, and it can make a man awareing to know about the male contraceptive. And the second, the communities know several contraceptive methods and understand the most effectiveness methods that, like example for the condoms, is very effective, but this is still difficulty to use men because a lot of myth and stigma for using condom. And the third, men choose contraceptive, at least contraceptive will be discussed with husband and wife. And the fourth, male contraceptive higher than before. In Jombang, before the project implementation, less than 10 men using condoms. After the project and finishing 2015, more than 100 men using condom. And this is effectively or regularly. How about in male participant to access male contraceptive in East Java? First, male contraception session we discuss as a main session in community discussion. But we discuss about gender equality session before discuss about family planning. So it can make easy to promote male contraceptive. Some participants, not only men but women or wife, ask a condom and try to discuss to her husband and try to this at home. Second, carers in public health services in sub-district until to the district and voluntary counselor are trained to promote and educate citizens how to access male contraceptive. It's supported by information, education, and communication material. This is some quote we find when discussed with the facilitator and participant. The facilitator said that many participants do not know about male contraceptive. And the contraceptive are women business, it's not for the men. And third, some participants need condom and facilitator we combine as a condom distributor. So the condom we bring to the facilitator and facilitator distribute to the community. And the fourth, facilitator as a role model. When the facilitator as a role model, the community will trust and try to use the condom. The participants said that some participants that know and aware than using male contraceptive because they don't know, they don't use the contraceptive for male, especially condom, because this is very easy. No libido effect, maybe decreasing libido for men who are using male contraceptive, and using condom is reducing pressure. And who are the beneficiaries? Our community, the beneficiaries are father, mother, youth in our area project in Bondowoso and Jombang. The citizen who came to our public event, an example in Indonesia is very famous Car Free Day event every Sunday and public dialogue. And third, the religious leader and community leader are beneficiaries, and National for Family Planning and IPPA is Java, empowering and coaching field officer to promote male contraceptive. That's my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. So, on the important note that to address hegemonic masculinity throughout the majority of males in society, including their social norms, to determine men's perceptions about family planning, it is important again to engage religious leaders with such beautiful examples like giving away the Friday speech with the good gender perspective message. So after this, I give you time for the audience to ask for the clarifications or any other questions to our panels. Maybe for the first rounds, because we still have time, 5 questions. Just mention the name. If you want to ask questions in Bahasa Indonesia, we have Rinaldi to help to translate to English. Yeah, 1, another, 2 from the bottom, and okay, we can start the first questions. Silakan Ibu. Pak Sindu, appreciate Pak Sindu, dan selamat untuk PhD-nya. Atau ke India belum ya? Belum ya? Sudah juga. Pak Sindu, I'm sorry. And I read your research. I could not find what you call it in Indonesia. Benang merah. What in Indonesia benang merah? Because I don't know. This is a qualitative approach, and then if I think about a qualitative approach, I need some more details about information. So, but in here, I cannot see that. And then, a simple question: what is your informant? What are your informants? And how do you select that one? And then also, I can understand you say what slide you have for that
policy improvement, and then you also have conclusion. Can you explain also again about policy of improvement? If it's your correct, this information is the information you collect from your study or your research, and then that's for passing you. For Malang, that Kampuling, you have so many nice programs. Can you tell me how, before you create the program, what do you do? I mean, do you implement also need assessment, something like that? And who is your target in this activity? The family, no, health workers, or who are they? So, because if you want to do something, if you want to create activities, actually we need something how to get the problems in the community, and at least I'm sorry if you told before, but I cannot see it. And also for sorry, Chica, for Torino also, sorry, Mas Doctor, you, this location in Jombang and Bondowoso. So, do you have criteria to select that location? Okay, so I agree with you. We call it Paguyuban, Paguyuban Pria, because I did research in Jombang, but I think around 8 years ago. So really, we did the focus group discussion among what we call it, the MOB, yeah, what call it, MOB, but operation for mayor. So I agree with you, but how do you have a criteria for this location? Thank you.
I think we're going to answer for your questions first before going to another questions. Pak Sindung will answer in bahasa Indonesia, and Rinaldi please complete the translation.
I'm sorry. Saya harus pakai bahasa ibu saya karena saya cinta dengan ibu saya.
I have to use my mother tongue because I really like English.
Baik Ibu. Jadi penanyakan mengenai benang merahnya antara hasil riset dengan iya.
So you're asking about the life between the methodology and then the research question.
Jadi mungkin begini Bu. Jadi dari background riset ini dikatakan bahwa partisipasi laki-laki dalam KB di Indonesia ini masih sangat rendah.
So the background of the research is the participation rate of males in contraceptive is still relatively low.
Banyak faktor yang menyebabkan mengapa rendahnya partisipasi laki-laki dalam KB.
There's a lot of contributing factors why males contraceptive using rates is very low.
Tetapi dari berbagai daerah kita ingin melihat daerah-daerah mana yang mempunyai keberhasilan dalam meningkatkan partisipasi laki-laki dalam KB.
However, from all these areas, we want to see what contributing factors what contributing factors for male to use contraceptive instead of finding the gender.
Jadi Kulon Progo dan Bandar Lampung itu dipilih karena merupakan dua daerah yang mempunyai keberhasilan dalam KB.
Kulon Progo and Lampung was chosen because they had a higher rate of contraceptive use among males.
Jadi kita ingin mengetahui listener dan best practice dari kedua daerah itu sehingga bisa menjadi model yang bisa diterapkan di daerah lain.
That's why we want to learn about the lesson learned and best practices from this location so that it can be replicated as models to other areas.
Nah, beberapa daerah seperti misalnya Kulon Progo itu sangat berhasil dalam meningkatkan partisipasi laki-laki dalam KB.
Some areas such as Kulon Progo has a high rate of successful rate on male contraceptives.
Daerah Kulon Progo itu mempunyai kebijakan yang inovatif untuk meningkatkan partisipasi laki-laki dalam KB melalui inovasi KIE dan juga pemberian reward.
Okay, so why Kulon Progo is being successful for the family program for male? It's because they have innovative policies such as providing IC materials such as information, education, and communications, and then giving rewards.
Bagi laki-laki yang ber-KB yang mau memakai vasektomi di Kulon Progo, itu mereka diberikan imbalan berupa 1 ekor kambing.
For those males who are using contraceptives, they will get rewards such as 1 sheep for each male.
Itu dari kantong uangnya bupati sendiri.
That's from the uang sendiri, uang sendiri. Okay, so that's from the resident.
Ya. Jadi pemerintah Kulon Progo berhasil mendorong dunia swasta juga ikut berperan dalam mensukseskan program KB.
So the Kulon Progo government has also encouraged the private sector to join this program.
Mereka juga mempunyai inovatif dalam KIE, misalnya yang tadi ada gambar itu, nah ini adalah media KIE melalui kesenian tradisional yang disebut dengan reok soreng.
So this is the IC materials using traditional art called reok soreng.
Jadi melalui media-media seperti ini, kemudian masyarakat menjadi paham mengenai manfaat kontrasepsi, terutama adalah vasektomi.
So through this method, the public has become more aware about the contraceptives, especially on the issues of vasektomi.
Di Bandar Lampung juga melalui optimalisasi peer group. Jadi kebijakan-kebijakan seperti ini merupakan semacam breakthrough yang mampu mendorong partisipasi laki-laki dalam KB.
Also in Bandar Lampung, they use the roles of peer group to encourage males to use contraceptives.
Kemudian kami memilih informalnya melalui prosedur penelitian kualitatif.
So we choose the informal to qualitative method.
Melalui wawancara pendahuluan kepada key informan.
To initial interview by key informan.
Jadi saya kira itu Bu, mungkin mudah-mudahan bisa menjawab.
So that's why I hope it can answer.
For the next question,
Oke, terima kasih Ibu. Saya pakai bahasa Indonesia juga ya. Biar tahu ada kerjaan. Oke Ibu, terima kasih untuk pertanyaannya. Apakah tadi itu melakukan penelitian? Iya Bu, tapi memang tidak penelitian yang seperti apa karena di Jakarta itu kan memang kita harus menggunakan pendekatan yang agak berbeda karena masyarakatnya berbeda. Karakter masyarakatnya berbeda.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you for your question. So, we we did have a survey in Jakarta, but the survey wasn't really big because the needs of people in Jakarta is not different from other regions.
Seperti tadi saya bilang bahwa Pulih sebenarnya menggunakan multi level approach di mana kita juga bergerak di level individual. Jadi untuk level individual memang kita membuat semacam FGD untuk laki-laki, ayah muda dan juga remaja laki-laki.
So from Pulih we use multiple level approaches such as through the focus group discussion, through the nurse group, and then young nurse group.
Ya. Dan dari situ kita mendapatkan hasil bahwa untuk bagaimana cara yang bisa kira-kira masuk di laki-laki dan di ayah di untuk karakter Jakarta, dan salah satunya adalah kebutuhan juga untuk adanya keterlibatan pekerja kesehatan.
So from these multi-level approaches, by involving males, we get to know the insight that when we decide to work with these groups, we really need to involve health sector.
Nah kebetulan ketika itu Pulih memang memiliki kerjasama dengan Kementerian Kesehatan dengan BPPK untuk screening domestic violence.
And at the time, Pulih also has a cooperation with Ministry of Violence.
Sehingga kemudian kami
by screening violence.
Ya, by screening. Sehingga kami menggunakan kesempatan itu juga untuk banyak berdiskusi dengan teman-teman di Kementerian Kesehatan, terutama di BPPK-nya, di bagian BPPK untuk training-trainingnya. Dan di situ kami menemukan bahwa ternyata belum ada modul yang khusus membicarakan keterlibatan laki-laki.
Okay, so from those opportunities, we got the insight that within the Ministry of Health, and as particularly within the training division, we found that there's no module specific for health professionals.
Itu sih Bu kira-kira, jadi akhirnya kita mengembangkan modul karena hasil diskusi dengan teman-teman dari kementerian.
So that's why we develop the module as a discussion with this.
Kamu? Kamu sih?
Merubah mindsetnya pria.
Untuk evaluasi memang kita belum sampai. Jadi kita baru di level sosialisasi dan kemudian IoT dengan teman-teman di kementerian. Tapi kemudian kita juga kemarin men-training, kemudian kita mau-propose. Ternyata di kementerian ada kendala, cukup sulit kalau untuk menjadi berarti modul ini diadaptasi oleh kementerian, sehingga kemudian kami mendekati Dinkes.
So speaking about the evaluation, we haven't been done any evaluation towards this program, but then so far we have been working with the health, with the office health.
Oke, dan setelah dengan Dinkes, kami kemarin melakukan training dan rencananya memang baru akan dievaluasi Januari ini.
So we plan on the evaluation by this January.
To save the time, I hope Octa can answer that.
Thank you, Ibu. I will try to answer you in bahasa Inggris. And we can discuss later deeply in our booth. I think we have a lot of materials. We can discuss about the material. IBPF is Java choosing Bondowoso and Jombang that based on our data that child marriage especially in Bondowo is so high because more than 1,000 cases we can find in the religious course about the divorce for the child marriage. The data is 2 years later, and 2 years ago. Sorry. And the second, we think that the government in Jombang and Bondowoso are corporate, so we can discuss before we starting the project. We discuss to the government how the effort for the next project or the next year about this program. if the government accepting our condition, our contribution to the district in Jombang and Bondowoso, and we continuing about this program. And the third, based on our assessment, the culture is the big barrier in Bondowoso and Jombang, especially the culture combining with the religious justified. So we cooperation or we discuss with the religious leader how to decreasing the barrier about the culture and the religious or the Muslim context. I think that the answer, but deeply we can discuss in our bootcamp. Thank you.
Thank you. Give it up for the second questions. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. My name is Uli from Shahed. The question is for Mala and Jessica. How many men were reached by your program, and how can you ensure that this program will be sustainable? Thank you.
There's another questions.
My name is Kennedy Majima from South Africa. You are doing a quite interesting program here. Now, my question, I want to ask Alayato. Now, you've talked about the rewards, male rewards, livestock rewards. How do you reward the people? Because if somebody is getting a livestock, maybe he can come to you and say, we're using this, and yet they are not using it for the sake of getting that particular livestock. How efficient are you that this person who is getting the reward is the right person who is supposed to get the reward because of using the method? And the second question is, we are talking of male contraceptive involvement. In Indonesia, what are the male methods that are preferred by the Indonesians? Because we don't know. Is it male condom? Is it vasectomy? Is it the pill? Is it male-based or female-based? So that we can have more light on that. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Police now have around more than 55 male to help police, and also this is the male who already have like a gender preference change. So how we maintain is we have something like through social media, and sometimes we make some kind like offline meeting to discuss about the issue with the man and also with the family. Maybe sometimes we also invite the wife and also the child. So we make a several activity. So this man is not only like one activity and then we go that, but we try to always engage them in the activity that, and also we try to make them like a ambassador to speak to another man about how their transformation.
Thank you. In 3 years, Rifka Anissa work in 8 villages, and we conduct around 16 class, fathers class. With in each class consists about 15 until 20 fathers, and also similar in the boys class. So we calculate about maybe 1,000, ranging from 500 and then 1,000 male have reached by this program in this community. And about the sustainability, in 4 villages, in 2016, they have been allocating a budget to continuing the father class and also voice class in the community. And in the last November, and also we work with the Ministry of Women Affairs. They also interest to replicate these models in several provinces. So we work to drafting the regulation in Ministry of Women Affairs on how to preventing gender-based violence and also the related issues such as family planning through ministry regulation. And we hope this regulation will enacted in the early years. So we hope that after the regulation has been enacted, it will replicate in several provinces in Indonesia.
Thank you. Saya masih setia dengan bahasa Inggris.
I still love using bahasa Indonesia.
Jadi pemerintah Kulon Progo itu mensosialisasikan program vasektomi kepada masyarakat ke seluruh desa.
So the Kulon Progo government has a program in socializing vasektomi program to public.
Nah kemudian laki-laki yang mempunyai minat untuk melakukan vasektomi mendaftarkan kepada ketua RT setempat.
So the male who has the willingness to do the vasektomi program need to sign up to the head of district.
Kemudian setelah itu mereka mendapatkan konseling dari tenaga kesehatan yang ahli dan konselingnya meliputi beberapa tahap.
So after that, they will go to undergo counseling about specific topics related to vasektomi.
Itu untuk menghilangkan hambatan-hambatan psikologis laki-laki yang akan melakukan vasektomi.
This is to reduce the psychological barriers for men who are willing to undergo vasektomi.
Nah, kemudian setelah mereka melakukan vasektomi, kemudian diberikan reward.
So after they undergo vasektomi, they will get the reward.
Nah, tapi reward itu sebetulnya merupakan stimulus bagi laki-laki untuk melakukan vasektomi.
However, the reward is more on stimulus for male to undergo vasektomi.
Ada banyak faktor-faktor yang lain yang mempengaruhi keputusan dia memakai vasektomi.
There's other factors contributing why he decided to undergo vasektomi.
Jadi pemberian reward itu cukup efektif merangsang laki-laki untuk lebih tahu mengenai vasektomi.
So the reward has been a catalyst for male to undergo vasektomi.
Setelah mendapatkan informasi, laki-laki itu kemudian yakin dengan vasektomi.
So after getting the information, the male has become more convinced to use vasektomi.
Metode kontrasepsi bagi laki-laki di Indonesia hanya dikenal dua.
There's only two methods for male contraception.
Indonesia, kondom,
Kondom and vasektomi.
Dan kondom merupakan yang lebih populer daripada vasektomi.
And kondom is more popular than vasektomi.
Kira itu.
Thank you.
Thank you, giving applause. And I think it's getting late. If you have any questions that maybe, okay, yeah.
Okay, in English. Okay, my name is Rizky Mahardika. I am from Indonesia, Adolescent Program for Population and Family Planning Department of Indonesia. I want to ask this morning. I want to ask about MenCare Program. Is there a specific program for young people? Yeah, MenCare Program. Okay, if I have it, I would like to explain it for me and for audience. Thank you.
a very good question. Thank you very much. Maybe we did not explain this at length because in this short meeting we cannot explain and go into depth of the whole MenCare program because it's a very complex program with a lot of layers of the intervention. So really, if you want to know more, then please talk with my dear colleagues if you want to know more. But yes, MenCare is also addressing young boys. And as you have heard, there are fatherhood groups. We also have boys groups, discussion groups, in which we discuss with young boys, teenagers, young men about male contraception, but also about healthy relationships, about violence in relationships, and about how to become a good father. So it's all about preparing yourself for fatherhood and everything that that happens before that. So it's very interesting intervention. Both fatherhood groups and boys groups, because men and boys discuss in these groups. So it's not a one-way direction, it's not a socialization or a lecture, but it's becoming part of the group. And that is exactly what the MenCare program is about, that you participate, you are part of a group because men want to share their stories. They want to tell what their problems are, or what their hesitations are, what they think about, or what they fear. So it's, well, we have had Mike Kaufman in Indonesia. I don't know whether you know him. He is very much aware of this, let's say, phenomena that men would like to share, and that this is a very important and good intervention to use in the MenCare program by having these discussion groups where men can address everything. And of course, the facilitators are very well trained by us to do these facilitation sessions. You cannot just sit there and have a discussion group. It's closed in several steps, as you have seen. Step by step, we build up until the most difficult parts of the program and the intervention. And one of the very important things is the gender equality that must be very that men must be very well informed on that in a participatory way. So that's a little part of what we do with young people, as we know that this is very important also in Indonesia. It's in the MenCare program. Kelompok it's MenCare. It's MenCare.
The company is Generasi Jagoan. Thank you, Rika. So I want to thank all the panelists, but before we closing the sessions, I want Ibu Monik to have a bit of closing statement. We also have a refreshment outside. You know, it's very late. And before that, I give you Monik a brief time to just get a closing statement. Thank you.
Yeah, very, very short. So again, what you have witnessed is a very short presentations on what we do in 4 regions, on perceptions of men in contraceptives, on what we do, how to engage the health sector, and what we do in communities, and what we do with religious leaders. And also very interesting, the health center led by fathers in Jombang. So these are little gems, little pearls of what we do in the MenCare program related to family planning. We do a lot more related to gender-based violence. And we are really happy to share more with you. As I said, this is a very small part, and these are also very small achievements, what we do. And Indonesia is a very, very big country. So what we do is only a very, very little bit, and we cannot reach, unfortunately, the whole country. Then we would be able to change the country, but that is not possible yet. So it was also mentioned by my dear friends that we need strong leaders at the community level, we need political commitment at the district level, and we need support from the national level, as we have a little support from the Women's Affairs Ministry. To scale up, we need more if we want to scale up this very interesting program. And I have been following some sessions. I was also in the faith-based pre-conference, and it was mentioned again and again that male involvement is a very, very good way of intervention to use in family. I think that's my closing remark.
Thank you for being here and to participate. And also please have a refreshment, snacks and coffee. Thank you again. Good night.
Live ya di YouTube.
Live.
Bukan di.
Oh, bukan. Kedengeran nggak tapi?
Kan pakai headset.